Hold on. So I had a dream that Veronica and Roger, so I had came in the dream, you know how you know the background information, like it's like an unspoken thing in the dream, like, you know, like sometimes it'll be like your brother but it's a completely different body, and but you know it's your brother or your sibling or your mom, and you're like, I know my mom doesn't look like that, but I know you're my mom and I'm gonna call you mom for the rest of the dream. It was like that. It was like an unspoken thing where it was like, it was an unspoken thing that I had went to the party with him. Like we had gotten there together, like we were together, like it was almost like an emotion, like not an emotional thing, it was technically like we were in a relationship in the dream. Like that was the connotation, I guess. I think that's the word. So we had went there together and he's sitting on the couch. He was sitting on the couch. Okay, he was sitting on the couch chilling like this. I'll demonstrate. He was chilling like this, and then Veronica comes to the party and she's in the party. So I'm over here getting me a drink because, you know, I love me a little drink, girl. Speaking of, why this just fell out of my head? Anyways, so I'm at the bar and I always like to be at the bar, dilly-dallying. I'm pouring myself a drink. I turn around and I see Veronica's on his leg. So she's like, I'm gonna demonstrate being Veronica. Let's pretend he's right there. Her arms are like on his thighs and she has some nice, so she was like this. And in the dream, it was symbolic because Roger, the lustful loser he is, he was like doing one of those. He was doing like he was eating it up. You know, he was like physically keeping physical boundaries, but it was the unspoken thing in the room. After I had that dream, I stopped having, like, first of all, I didn't have any intercourse with him. Obviously, I knew at this moment, he knew he fucked up. At that moment, I knew. I was like, oh no, God is protecting me, because and I had given my life to God, and I don't talk about it often, like spiritual stuff, like when it comes to dreams and stuff, but I do have a lot of prophetic dreams and I do have like a really good intuition, and I always listen to it. Like there were so many times where, like, sometimes your body knows before you do. So there was a lot of times where, like, I could feel it in my body that the man wasn't loyal to me, or feel it in my body that he was sleeping with other women. Like you could just feel the disconnect, because there's a connection happening somewhere else. So in the dream, I'm turning around, I'm holding the drink, and I'm looking, and I'm like, and it's like they couldn't even see me there. Oh my God, I could cry just thinking about it. I felt horrible. I felt horrible in the dream. Mind you, this is a dream. It's not even real life. Imagine if I actually slept with him. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if I gave my body up to him, and that's his spirit. That's on his spirit. God came into a dream and told me this is on his spirit. If somebody, and it doesn't even have to just be Veronica, but he has that spirit on him where he's going to sit in the world and he's going to portray himself like this. But he's going to do a lot of, you saw how I immediately started, he's one of those where it's like, he's just lustful. He's got those lustful eyes. Some men just have lustful eyes, and then you can't satiate that. That was another part of the TikToks that I saw that really opened my eyes up to the situation. I spent, not this situation, but in general, this situation that I had went through in the past. But I had spent the whole night crying, not about Roger, okay? Everybody just thinks I'm just so hung up about Roger. It's the fucking principle, guys. Get a fucking grip. Like, I'm not going sad about no man, especially not a man I didn't even think was worth sharing my body to. It's just the principle. It's like, I just feel like God really was protecting me from him. Like, God really had to come into my spirit to protect me from him. He had to come into my spirit, and not just him, like any other man. Because there was another, let's continue. I had gotten involved with and started hooking up with this guy, like, I think a year. So I met Roger let's say 2023. Yeah, 2023. We talk most of 2023 or whatever. I'll say at least 6 months, give or take, out of 2023. I don't know. It was a blur. Like, it was just a blur. It could have been less. Maybe it was 2 months. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But me and Roger stopped talking. I had that dream. He had some other situations going on. I had my own situations going on. He had his situation was the other lustful girl that he was lusting over. So, and then there was other ones in between. So he was occupied. He was doing exactly what the dream was telling me. There was a disconnect because he was preoccupied with his necessities. And I had gotten to the point where I was attracted to him, so I had some like built up tension, girl. I had some pressure built up. That's too much information? Don't care. It was true. I was like, well, I just know I'm not sharing my body with him, so I was like, I gotta do something. I gotta do something with this. I ended up meeting this guy. I think I met him at a bar. It wasn't a one-night stand. Like, I didn't go home with him from the bar. I had discretion, okay? I have respect for myself, unfortunately. God, I would have so much more fun if I just did that. And everybody always does that. Like, I've never done that before. Like a little hookup like that, like a one-night stand. I've never had one. I mean, I've had like a hookup. This computer is so cute, but it doesn't fit anywhere. Let me show you guys what I have so far. I'm filling all the shelves with food now. These are all the little foods. You can't see it. They're there. So I end up going to the bar with my friend. What was it? What bar was it? El Santo. Yeah, I was there all the time, girl. Ended up meeting this guy. He was super cute. He was from Puerto Rico. I don't know if I should give out that. I don't give a fuck. You guys don't know who he is. What the fuck? He was from Puerto Rico, and he had this like really strong Puerto Rican accent. Oh my God, that's true. That was exactly what I needed. I'll tell you right now, that was exactly what I needed. Cause I had a thing for I have a thing for Spanish men. I really do, especially. Is this TMI? Because I don't care. In the bedroom, girl. Like, I just like the way they sound. Like, I like the way Spanish men sound. Like, I just feel like I just like it. Like, it just does something for me. It just does something for me. I don't know. I think it's like the passion. It's like equivalent. It's like, you know, I'm Spanish and you're Spanish, and there's just equivalent. I'll say Hispanic. That's what I mean. There's just like an equivalent amount of not only lust, but like real life passion. It's like, you know, because I talk with passion with everything I do. Like, I'm expressive and stuff like that. So now imagine that in there with another person that is just like that. Oh, you know, like chef's fucking kiss. I was so happy. Next video.